ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पदान शृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सेदसादनम् ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। सरस्वत्यै नमो नित्यं भद्रकाल्यै नमो नमः। वेदान्त विद्यास्थानेभ्यैव च सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। व्यासं वसिष्ठनप्तारं शक्तेः पौत्रमकल्मषम् पराशरात्मजं वन्दे सुगतातं तपोनिधिं। व्यासाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। चतुर्वदनो ब्रह्मा वेबाहुरपरो हरिः अभाललोचनः शम्भुः भगवान् बादरायणः। ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। We'll read from 32nd. सर्वत्र प्रसिद्धोपदेशाः विवक्षितगुणोपपत्तेश्च अनुपपत्तेस्तु न शारीरः। कर्मकर्तृव्यपदेशाच्च शब्दविशेषा स्मृतेश्च अर्भकौकस्तावत्तत्व्यपदेशाच्च नेति चेन्न निचायत्वादेवं व्योमवच्च। संभोगप्राप्तिरिति चेन्न वैशेष्यात् समस्ताचराचर ग्रहणा प्रकरणाच्च गुहां प्रविष्टावात्मानो हि तद्दर्शनम् विशेषणाच्च अंतर उपपत्तेः स्थानादिवपदेशाच्च सुखविशिष्टाभिधानादेव च श्रुतोपनिषत्ककत्यभिधानाच्च अनवस्थितिरसंभवाच्च नेतरः अंतर्याम्यधिदैवादिषु तद्धर्मव्यपदेशात् न च स्मार्तमतं धर्माभिलापात् न च स्मार्तं तद्धर्माभिलापात् शारीरश्चोभयोऽपि हि भेदेनैनं धीयते अदृश्यत्वादिगुणको धर्मोक्तेः Page 222 अत पराया तदक्षरम् अधिगम्यते यत्तददृश्यम् अग्राह्यम् अगोत्रम् अवर्णम् अचक्षुश्रोत्रम् तदपाणिपादम् नित्यं विभुम् सर्वगतं सुसूक्ष्मम् तद् अव्ययम् कियद्भूतयोनिं परिपश्यन्ति धीराः इति श्रूयते तत्र संशयः किमयम् अदृश्यत्वादिगुणको भूतयोनिः प्रधानं स्यात् उत शारीरः आहोस्वित् परमेश्वर इति तत्र प्रधानम् अचेतनं भूतयोनिः इति युक्तम् अचेतनानामेव तत्र दृष्टान्तत्वेन उपादानात् यथोर्णनाभिसृजते गृह्णते च यथा पृथिव्यामोषधयः सम्भवन्ति यथा सतः पुरुषात् केशलोमानि तथाक्षरात् सम्भवतीह विश्वम् इति ननु ऊर्णनाभिः पुरुषश्च चेतनौ इह दृष्टान्तत्वेन उपात्तौ नेति ब्रूमः नहि केवलस्य चेतनस्य तत्र सूत्रयोनित्वम् केशलोमयोनित्वं चास्ति चेतनाधिष्ठितं हि अचेतनम् ऊर्णनाभिशरीरम् सूत्रस्य योनिः पुरुषशरीरं च केशलोम्याम् इति प्रसिद्धम् अपि च पूर्वत्रादृष्टत्वादि अभिलापसंभवेऽपि दृष्टत्वादि अभिलापसंभवात् न प्रधानम् अभ्युपगतम् इह तु अदृश्यत्वादयो धर्माः प्रधाने संभवन्ति न च अत्र विरुध्यमानो धर्मः कश्चिदविलप्यते ननु यः सर्वज्ञः सर्ववित् इति अयं वाक्यशेषो अचेतने प्रधाने न संभवति। कथं प्रधानं भूतयोनिः प्रतिज्ञायते इति अत्रोच्यते यया तदक्षरम् अधिगम्यते यत्तददृश्यम् इति अक्षरशब्देन अदृश्यत्वादिगुणकं भूतयोनिं श्रावयित्वा पुनः अन्ते श्रावयिष्यन्ति अक्षरात् परतः परः तत्र यः परो अक्षरात् श्रुतम् स सर्वज्ञः सर्ववित् संभविष्यति। प्रधानमेव तु अक्षरशब्दनिर्दिष्टं भूतयोनिः यदा तु योनिशब्दः निमित्तवाची तदा शारीरोऽपि भूतयोनिः स्यात्। धर्माधर्माभ्यां भूतजातस्य उपार्जनादिति एवं प्राप्तेऽभिधीयते। योऽयम् अदृश्यत्वादिगुणकः भूतयोनिः स परमेश्वर एव स्यात् नान्यः इति कथमेतदवगम्यते। धर्मोक्तिः परमेश्वरस्य हि धर्म इह उच्यमानो दृश्यते। यः सर्वज्ञः सर्ववित् इति न हि प्रधानस्य चेतनस्य शारीरस्य वा उपाधि परिच्छिन्न दृष्टेः सर्वज्ञत्वं सर्ववित्वं वा संभवति। ननु अक्षरशब्दनिर्दिष्टात् भूतयोनिः परस्य एव एतत् सर्वज्ञत्वं सर्वित्वं च न भूतयोनिविषयम् इति उक्तम्। अत्रोच्यते नैवं संभवति यत्कारणम् अक्षरात् संभवतीह विश्वम् इति प्रकृतं भूतयोनिम् इह जायमान प्रकृतित्वेन निर्दिश्यान्तरमपि जायमान प्रकृतित्वेनैव सर्वज्ञं निर्दिशति। यः सर्वज्ञः सर्ववित् यस्य ज्ञानमयं तपः तस्मादेतत् ब्रह्मनाम रूपमन्नं च जायते। तस्मान्निर्देशसाम्येन प्रत्यभिज्ञायमानत्वात् प्रकृतस्यैवाक्षरस्य भूतयोनिः सर्वज्ञत्वं सर्वित्वं च धर्मोच्यतेति गम्यते। अक्षरात् परतः परः इत्यत्रापि न प्रकृतात् भूतयोनिः अक्षरात् परः कश्चिदभिधीयते। कथमेतदवगम्यते? येनाक्षरं पुरुषं वेद सत्यम् प्रोवाच तां तत्त्वतो ब्रह्मविद्याम् इति प्रकृत्य तस्यैवाक्षरस्य भूतयोनिः अदृश्यत्वादिगुणकस्य वक्तव्यत्वेन प्रतिज्ञातत्वात् कथं तर्हि अक्षरात् परतः परः इति व्यपदिश्यते इति उत्तरसूत्रे तद्वक्ष्यामः। अपि चात्र द्वे विद्ये वेदितव्ये उक्ते पराचैव पराच इति तत्रापरां ऋग्वेदादिलक्षणां विद्यामुक्त्वा ब्रवीतीति। अतपरा यया तदक्षरम् अधिगम्यते इत्यादि तत्र परस्या विद्यायाः विषयत्वेनाक्षरं श्रुतम्। So we were seeing this particular sutra called Adrishyatpadi Gunako Dharmoktehe, which is the sixth adhikaran of the second pada and 52nd sutra in our sequence of sutra. In this adhikaran, the Vishaya Vakya is the Mundaka Upanishad 1.1.6. which we saw yesterday. The point which Sankhya has raised here is this particular mantra called Yattadadrishyam Agrahyam Agotram Avarnam Achakshusotram Dadapanipadam Nityam Vibhum Sarvagatam Susukshmam Yadbhuti Paripashyanti Dhiraha. This is in the answer of Shaunak's question, knowing what everything else is known. So Shaunakji had heard this through his satsang, etc., that if this world is there, there has to be a cause of this world. Even if you take the whole beings, human being, animal, plant kingdom, if you dissolve, all of them will mainly dissolve into earth. So earth will dissolve into water, water will dissolve into fire, fire will dissolve into air, air will dissolve into space. But is there something more than space? What is that one Karan which is the main cause of the whole Srishti, Charachar Srishti? Eka Karena Vijnanena Sarva Karya Vijnanam Bhavati. Eka Karana Vijnanena. This is the principle. What is that one cause? Because one cause, and I told yesterday that one cause should not be a vikari karana. Because if anything is vikari, it should well have another karana. So that particular cause should not be vikari karana. Then you have to go for another avikari karan. Because anything which is vikari is subject to start and end. If this is subject to start and end, this vikari karan, so there should be some avikari karan become behind this vikari karan also. So what is that avikari karana? This is the question of Shaunakji. Okay. If you investigate about the karan, so that karan should not have desh kal in it. Because what is in the karya, that effect which is there, like root should not have fruit in it. Root is the cause. So root should not have fruit and leaves. Root should not be seen with the fruit and leaves. If you see a root with the fruit and leaves, then it is not a root. So any cause should not have same property. Yes, effect is hidden in cause, but not manifested in cause. So root should not have what? The effect called the stems, the trunk, the leaves, the fruit, the flower. And therefore the cause of the world should not have desh, kal, vastu. Okay. The cause should not have desh, kal, vastu, etc. Then what should cause have then? That means the limiting adjuncts called Desh, Kal, Vastu should not be there. And therefore cause should be free from limitations. So two conclusions. One conclusion is that cause should be unchanging. And second conclusion is cause should be free from limitations. Two conclusions are there. This is general analysis. I'm not coming to the mantra straight away. Okay, two conclusions are there. All the philosophies, or all the darshan, including our modern science, says that this cause is inert. This is where Sankhya enters. The cause of Sankhya is Prakriti, which is inert and which is Vikari. Now, if something is Vikari, then you have to see for another cause. Yesterday I told that all of them said that the cause should be inert. Purmimamsa said karma is cause. Buddha said mind is cause. Or Shunya is cause. Remember that? Nyaya Vaisheshik said Parmanu is cause. But they were incomplete, because if they said cause is inert, so inert cannot have Swatah Pravritti. So then they have to bring the Chetan called Nimitta Karan. So Nyaya brought Chetan Ishvara, which is different than this Parmanu. And Sankhya brought Purush, Chetan Purush, which is Bhokta. And for this enjoyer Purush, the Prakriti is working. Okay. So everybody had not one Karan, not that two are there, no. So in Nyaya also there are two Karan. One is Nimitta Karan, other is Upadhan Karan. And Sankhya also came with the two. Now two is there, that itself is creating a problem. Because two is there will be limitation of space, limitation of time will come. If karma is Karan, as Purmimamsa says that karma will be Vikari again, how can the Vikari karma be the Karan of the whole world? So you have to go to that Avikari. So all these darshan have certain deficiencies. But here Bhagavan Vedavyasa has addressed this point of Sankhya. Remember yesterday I was telling that this sixth mantra, they say it is referring to Prakriti. And Vedanta says that it is referring to Chetan. How did you say it is referring to Prakriti? How do you say? Because it says Bhut Yoni Paripashyanti Dhiraha. And number two, the word Aksharam is there in before that. Ataparagaya Tadaksharam Brahma Digamya there. So this Bhut Yoni is Brahma or not? This is the discussion in this Adhikaran. Analysis of the first sutra we had seen, I think. And then Vedavyas Bhagavan says you are missing because you did not see three examples. So first example was of a spider, second example was of earth, third example was of a live person. So these examples itself tell that the cause is efficient. This Chetan is there. And then he says that the ninth mantra you are forgetting. in which Sarvagya word has been used. So that Sarvagya word or the omniscient word which is used cannot fit into Prakriti because Prakriti is inert in your case. And this Yah Sarvagya Sarvit, Yah is a pronoun which is following the noun which is coming in the earlier mantras. And therefore, this Sarvagya tells that this cause which you are mentioning, because in the sixth mantra, the Brahma word had not come. And therefore, Sankhya got the opportunity to say that it is a Prakriti. This was our discussion yesterday, which I am just repeating it. And therefore, this sutra comes, the adrishatvadi gunakaha dharmoktehe. So I had asked you to add Bhuta Yoni Brahma Bhavati. And then this was the Hetu. Because Adrishatvadi Guna, this Adrishatvadi in the sixth mantra can be of the Brahman only. Dharmoktehe. This has been said. I hope you are clear up to this point. We had seen that. Is it clear? Now, before moving ahead, Purva Paksha raises a series of questions. Around 5 questions he raises to prove that still this sixth mantra is for Prakriti only. And what is his contention? Let us see one by one. What are the 5 points first? So he says, I'll show you everything in the Bhashya. I'm just trying to put it in a nutshell. Number 1 point. He says this material cause can be Prakriti or Pradhanam. Oh, why? Because all the descriptions tally with Prakriti. 1.1.6 description, Adrishyatva is in Prakriti. Prakriti cannot be seen. Yattad adrishyam, agrahyam, you cannot catch the potential. Agotram, there is no starting of that. Avarnam, it cannot be described. Achakshushrotram, it does not have eyes and ears. Tadapani padam. All these descriptions tally with Prakriti better than the Purush. And therefore, the material cause should be the matter Prakriti. This is the first Purva Paksha. Oh, sure. Second point. What examples you gave? Three examples you are quoting. They are also in agreement to my conclusion. What example? Spider example, earth example, and live human being example. How can you say that? I am saying that because web comes only from body of a spider, which is matter. Web, not website, web. Web is spider. It comes from the body of a spider, which is a matter principle. Similarly, earth, you said from earth plant kingdom comes, but earth itself is inert. Third point, you said from the body hairs come, so body itself is inert. So all the 3 examples are telling the inertness. And therefore, what problem you have? So this is the second point. So first point he said 1.1.6 tally with me. Then 1.7, 1.7, 1.1.8 and 1.1.9. Yatornabhi is which mantra? 7, no? 7, I think. All 3 mantras, let us see later on. 3 mantras, they are all for me. Third objection. He says that in 1.1.6, there is no word indicating Chetanatva or sentiency. In the previous adhikarana called Antaryamya adhikaran, there was Adrishto, Drashta, Atma. These words were used. And therefore I kept quiet. But here there is no word called Atma used, Brahman used, Drishta used, which is showing that it is Chetan Tattva. And therefore the Prakriti is the intended meaning here. This is the third objection. So it is a Chetan Prakriti which is referred in the 1.1.6. Okay. See, these are the ways to get your convictions proper. And magnanimity of Bhashyakar is that he himself raises instead of running away from the questions. So whatever possible questions can be there, you have heard Bhashya also, Upanishad, whether it is Purmimamsa, whether it is Sankhya, whether it is Nyaya, he himself raises. In Pratibodh Viditam Matam, he has taken up Nyaya very thoroughly. Pratibodh Viditam Matam, if you have seen that mantra, too exhaustively Nyaya is taken. Now this is the third point. Fourth point, he says, Purupaksh is going on, answer is not there. He says you are referring to the ninth mantra repeatedly. Well, yes, I am referring to that. Yes, Sarvagya, Sarvavita. Yes, I feel it is not the material cause. But it is written there. Sarvagya means Chetan. He said, I think it is talking about Purush. So Purush Tattvam is mentioned as Sarvagyam and Sarvit. So 1.1.6 is talking about Upadan Karan and 1.1.9 is talking about Purush. Purush. Because Purush is Chetan in Sankhya. Okay. Is it, have you finished? No. I have yet to complete. I have only given you 4 points. You have more. I have one very strong point. Achha? Very strong point you have. Yes, I have a powerful point now. And that point is from 1.2.2. You can open Divyo Yamurta Purusha Sabbayabhyantaro Yajaha Aprano Yamana Shubra Aksharat Paratah Para. This you should have by hearted it. By hearted? Huh? Forgot? Huh? See? 1.2.2. I think 2.1.2. 2.1. Not 1. 2.1.2. Second Mundak. You got that? Divyo Yamurta. Very important mantra and very oft quoted. Is there any which is unimportant also? No, what is unimportant I won't tell you. So Divyo Yamurta Purusha Sabbayabhyantaro Yajaha Aprano Yamana Shubra Yaksharat Paratah Para. He says, he means Sankhya is saying, here powerful Purupaksh is Sankhya only. Whole first chapter is tackling the Sankhya. He says, in this mantra, Brahman is described. You are saying, so yes. Well, I accept that Brahman is described. Okay. Brahman is described, you are saying yes. But description, last point of this mantra is Aksharat Paratah Para. Means that Brahman is beyond Akshar. When beyond is said, that means it is different than Akshar. Oh. That means Akshar is different than Brahman. Supposing you say, no, he is beyond this place. That means he is different than place. Beyond means other than. So Aksharat paratah paraha. So para means above it. He is above it. You don't say that. That means he is different from that. He is above this weakness. That means he is not that weakness. And therefore, what therefore? Sixth mantra. Sixth mantra means 1.1.6. Is talking about Akshar. Because Shaunakji's answer Angiras gave, Ath para yaya tad aksharam adigamyate. And immediately after that, 1.1.5, the characteristic of Akshar is given in 1.1.6. You agree? Yes, I agree. And in 2.1.2, it is said that this Brahman is above and beyond Akshar. That means this Brahman is different than Akshar. Now you please tell me what? That the sixth mantra, is it not, it is talking about Akshar Prakriti. And this is talking about the Purush. Because Upanishad itself is saying like that. His point is that this sixth mantra is talking about Prakriti. And wherever there is this sign of consciousness mentioned, he says that it is talking about Purush. So this 2.1.2 mantra is talking about Purush. And 1.1.6 mantra is talking about Prakriti. And therefore I am giving you the 5 reasons to say that this Akshar is different than Brahman, and this Akshar is Prakriti alone. So Jagat Karanatva is referred by Akshar and Bhuti Yonim. Is the last point clear to you? Last point, is it clear? I hope it is clear. I can only hope. I'm not taking any notes. I'm not having any test also. So how will I know that you are understanding it? So test is required, I think. Why you are creating tension in the morning? Why you remember test all of a sudden? I thought you forgot test, etc. Test will make you best. So one day you will be coming here and you will get Tanamika standing with papers to add joy in your life. Sometimes when I'm late, so that time also the heartbeat starts. And when I come after being late, they are very happy. Not because they love me, but because the chalo test is not there. How so many good I remembered. It has been years I have followed. I said last test must be in the SUP course, I think. If after that there is no test. Oh, and so many other Karana 52 sutras. Each sutra we can have one question. Good idea has come. As in the comic, this bulb has lit here. In the cartoon films, they write here that bulb is lit. Anyway, Chalo, let us see now. Now, Jagat Karan, don't get afraid, don't have fear. Even if you can't do anything, don't have fear. Jagat Karanatva word is referred by the word Akshar and Bhut Yonim, which is Prakriti, as per Sankhya. Bhagwan Vedavyasa is saying that this Bhut Yoni is referring to Chetan Brahman. He is saying it is referring to Achetan Pradhanam. I hope this Bhut Yoni word, Bhut means all things and beings, not only Panchmahabhut. And Yoni means material cause. So Bhut Yoni means the ultimate material cause. So in the first sutra it was said that Bhut Yoni, Bhagwan Vedavyasa said, is Chetan. Why? Dharmokte, because this dharma is mentioned. Omniscience cannot be na Chetan, etc. Now he is coming to give answers. We will see one by one answer of all 5 points. And then we will see Bhashya also, if time is there. If time is not there, then you can read the Bhashya by yourself also. I already told that I will not go word by word because time is less. So in the first, what was the first? You remember that first? He said Ajattat Adreshyam, etc. They tally also with the Prakriti. So on this point, the Bhagwan Bhashya does not give very specific answer. He touches and moves ahead. But what is our point? Is that, I'm sorry, all the descriptions do not tally with the Prakriti. Why? Only some description do tally. Like Yattad Adreshyam, Adreshyam, Agrahyam, tally with the Prakriti. But Nityam won't be telling, Vibhu won't tally, and Sarvagat won't tally with the Prakriti. देखो, Prakriti is Parinami Nitya and Purush is Kutastha Nitya. These 2 words I think I must have taken somewhere. One is called Parinami Nitya. Like world is also Nitya Parinami Nitya. Something is changing, but still it is there. Either in manifest form or in unmanifest form. So Purush, the world is also, either it is existing in Bijasyantarivang Kuro Jagadidam, in the unmanifest form, or it is existing in the manifest form. This is called Parinami Nitya. It is always there. Like body is not Parinami Nitya. This body is gone. You cannot have the same. Body will not be in unmanifest form. Body is anitya. Because if one's body goes away, it will not be in seed form then. Gone, body gone. You cannot get back this body. But Jagat you get back again. World, even after Pralaya, the world is there in unmanifest, in the Srishti form. And in the Pralaya, it is in Avyakt form. Avyaktat Vyaktya Sarvaha Prabhavantah Ragame. Sarvbhutani kaunte prakritim yanti mamikam. Kalpakshay punastani kalpado visrajamyam. Prakritim swam avashtabhya visrajami punah punah. Bhut gramam imam kritsnam avasham prakritir vashat. Get this 3 point I'm saying. One is Parinami Nitya. Other is Kutastha Nitya. And third is Anitya. Got my point? What is Parinami Nitya? Which is changing and still it's manifesting and unmanifesting. And what is Kutasthanit? It is unchanging. It is not manifesting and unmanifesting. In the Kutasthanitya, there is no manifestation of consciousness, and consciousness is unmanifest. And what is Anitya? Manifesting for a certain time. When anything is associated with particular Jeev's body. So if Nityam word has been used in 1.1.6, yattadadreshyam agrayam agotram avarnam achakshushrottram tadapanipadam nityam vibhum. There is one more word comes, tad avyayam. Avyayam means which does not change. Now Nityam and Avyayam makes it Kutastha Nityam and not Parinami Nityam. And therefore this Nityam word indicates is refuting the Prakriti in 1.1.6. Something is Nityam also and Avyayam also, non-changing. It can be Brahman only. Number one point. Another point is in this particular mantra, Sarvagat word has been used. Sarvagat word. Sarvagat means which goes through all, which is not excluded by anything. And this is the difference between Sarvyapi and Sarvagat, which I had mentioned somewhere, I think. If you remember, Akash is Sarvyapi but not Sarvagat. Where I had mentioned? Purnamada mantra. Somewhere. It is not tackled so much in them. Generally they make it one. But just the difference here. What is the difference there? Akash is Sarvyapi. Guna of Akash is Sarvyapi. But Akash is absent in the earth element. Akash is pervading the earth. But Akash is not earth. Because if Akash was earth, then wherever Akash is there, earth would be there. So Akash is pervading the earth. Pervading doesn't mean it is equal to that. Like water is pervading the cloth or a sponge. In each pore of the cloth is wet. But that does not mean that the cloth is water. So Akash is Sarvyapi, but not Sarvagat. Got my point? Let me put it like that. There is wave and there is a water. In all the waves, water is Sarvagat. Sarvagat means the very cause of that is there. And Sarvyapi also. In the waves, water is Sarvagat and Sarvyapi also. But Akash is only Sarvyapi in the wave, but not Sarvagat. Going through all the object, the pervasiveness of the object is called Sarvagat, and pervasiveness of the Desh is called Sarvyapi. And pervasiveness of the time is called Nityam. So what you want to say? This Prakriti cannot be Sarvagat. Why? Because Prakriti can pervade only inert things. It cannot pervade Jiva. It does not go through Jiva because Jiva is Chaitanya and Prakriti is inert. Because Jiva is not the product of Prakriti. Any cause can pervade its effect. But because Jiva is not the cause of Prakriti, or your Purush is not a cause of Prakriti, therefore it doesn't pervade the Purush also in your time also. Gold can pervade ornament, gold cannot pervade pot. Mud can pervade pot. And therefore, Sarvagat will not be true for the Prakriti. Is it clear? So, two differences he told. One was Nitya, other was Sarvagat. Second, one more difference is there. Avarnam word has been used. Your Prakriti is Trigunatmika. How can you say avarnam for the Prakriti? Avarnam means in Vedanta, na varnyate jati gun ityadi. But your Sattvic gun can be described as in its described in 14th chapter. This is the first. What you said, no, that Anyat tada dreshyam etc. tallies with my Prakriti. So this has been refuted now. Now come on to second point, what you raised. You remember second point what he said? What? Examples are telling with me because all examples are of inert. From the body, inert body of the spider, the web comes. From the inert earth, the plants come. From the inert body of the human being, the hairs, etc. come. Bhashyakar said, you are now stretching the example here and there. One Bhagwan Vedavyas said, he said, if you can stretch, I'll also stretch it. He said, what you are stretching? Tell me one thing. Your example is Pratyaksh. He said, yes. So can I say in these three examples, they are Pratyaksh and your Prakriti is Pratyaksh or not? Well, no, my Prakriti is Apratyaksh. So how can from Apratyaksh it will come now? What? You didn't get my point. He said, you say Prakriti is not seen. Adrishyam you are saying again and again. Now all these examples are seen. He said, no, leave the Pratyaksh portion. Oh. So you are saying leave the Pratyaksh portion. So which part of the example should be left and which part should be taken, that should not be decided by you. That should be decided by the one who wrote that example. So you are saying you leave the Pratyaksh portion and take that portion, inert portion you take. I am saying leave the inert portion. Inert is not the intention. The spider example is to tell the nimittu padan karani is one. The earth example is to tell that from what is it called? Meaningless comes from one. And the Purush example is to tell that from consciousness there is a inertness that also comes out. You don't try to extend the example unnecessarily. Who has said about that example? We should go and ask him exactly what you wanted to say. And he will decide which part which he wanted and which he did not want. Okay. Supposing it is said, his face is like he is the sun of our society. He is Surya. Supposing somebody says that this person is the sun, is like the sun in our society. We different people, but his sun means one who burns. He is burning from inside. Hello. Somebody said, no, the sun is not for burning. Sun is to tell that, he is very big. Second person came. Third person came. He said he is the sun to tell that everything revolves around him only. Fourth person came. And what do you say? Well, I want to say that he is shining. He is very bright. Up four opinions are there now. Now, exactly what this person wanted, which part of example he wanted to communicate, only he will know it. Or say, she is like moon. She is like moon. Her face is like moon. Chandramukhi. Chandravadana. Well, I think he means that as the moon waxes and wanes, so her face also sometimes swells and sometimes it does not swell. One person came. He said, no, I think other thing is as moon has craters and mountains. So her face also has boils, etc. and some skin problems are there. This is intended by saying Chandravadana. Hum batao. Somebody said, no. The point is, as the moon is seen in the night, she is seen in the night only. This is the meaning is there, I think. Somebody said, no, I think moon is going round the earth. So she is a globe trotter. अब बताओ ऐसे लोग हो जाएं, then how can you make out really what? Then I think all five should go to that person who has said and find out what exactly you wanted to say. Upanishad has said the word. 3 examples. We should go to the Upanishad and ask. So you have to go to the author and ask exactly what is meant. Did you mean the pratyaksham part or did you mean the chetanatva part, abhinna nimitto padan part? What you want to take, what you want to say? Tatha aksharat sambhavati hai vishwa. So what you, here it is said that the spider is the nimitto padan karan. 3 examples was given. Okay. So don't take any example and stretch it at the wrong position. Don't misquote a person. This has been done a lot. Like, what ISKCON people will say, well, do you know, you people, you are saying you are Shiv, Soham. Ab Shiv is not meant for Lord Shiva and is not meant for Sagun Sakar Shiva. Here Shiv is mentioned as the consciousness. Yat tad adrishyam, yat adrishtam, avyavharyam, agrahyam, achintyam, alakshanam, avyapadeshyam. So that which is Mandukya which says adrishtam, avyavharyam, agrahyam, achintyam, alakshanam, avyapadeshyam is in Mandukya, that famous 7 mantra is there. And there it says Shantam, Shivam, Advaitam, Sa Atma, Sa Vigya. So that is mentioned for the consciousness and not for the Sagun Sakar Ishwar. But they say that you say you are Shiv. This is very wrong of you. So anything quoting here and there, this is not right. So first you make an opinion, then you twist and turn the example to find how it can be fitting into your opinion. Then they say, this Lord Vishnu alone is the God. The Shivji, etc. are not the real God. They are demigods. How did you say like that? Hare, Shivji got deluded by Mohini. In Bhagavad also it comes. They will quote it. They'll quote that you have not heard Bhagavad only. Yes, I've heard that. So that Shivji got deluded by Mohini. When Lord Vishnu came as Mohini, Shivji ran behind the Mohini. You have heard that? Yes, I know very well. And therefore, how can he be, God if he is deluded by Mohini? They choose this. Okay, I'll tell you where Vishnu is deluded. Oh, he is also deluded, yes. Where? Many places I can tell you. Therefore, you should have a proper knowledge. In Durga Saptashti and Devi Bhagavad, Vishnu ji is deluded many places. Where? This Madhu Kaitam were there, and he was in Yoga Nidra. And this Brahmaji came to wake him up. He didn't get up. He was so under the influence of Yoga Nidra. Then they went to Devi ji. And then Devi ji woke him. Then he fought with this Madhu Kaitam for so many years. And ultimately he was tired. He couldn't win over this Madhu Kaitam. Then he prayed to Devi ji. He felt so helpless. Who? Vishnu Bhagwan. And then Devi ji said, okay, I will now help you. Ab batao, one who is helping, he is bigger, or one who is taking the help is it? Now, let me go to Shiv Puran now. Shiv Puran, there is one big Shivling is there. So Shivji told to Brahmaji and Vishnuji, go and find out. So Brahmaji went on the top. Vishnuji went at the bottom. Both could not know it. Shivji. So Shivji said, see, I am this form, they can't know me. Brahmaji did some cheating. So there is a Ketki flower. Ketki flower said, yes, I know the end. Therefore, this is not offered to Lord Shiva. And the puja of Brahmaji is not there. Vishnuji came and said, I'm so sorry, I could not know you. As is the Puran, so is the supremacy of that particular Devta. If you see Ganesh Puran, it is Up Puran. Vishnu Puran, Vishnuji. Shiv Puran, Shivji is so superior, everybody is like that only. Because that is to establish the Sagun Sakar Devta. And who is Shiv is Vishnu. Vishnu Sahasranam, one name of Vishnu Bhagwan is Shiv. Rudranam Shankarashchasmi. In Shiv Sahasranam, one name of Shivji is Vishnu. So who is Shiv is Vishnu, who is Vishnu is Shiv, he is Devi, he is Ganesh. Because Tattva can be Ishwar, can be one only. If two cannot be Ishwar, it is not a government. So don't put unnecessarily interpolations here and there. I hope this is clear. So don't give another example. So my example, this example is not intended to tell about that from a Chetan spider. Because it is Pratyaksh. If you pull, then I'll also say like that. Where from you will say that this from the Chetan the world has come. Where from you will say that from that Chetan world has come. I will say it. Shruti, let us go to the Shruti Upanishad. Let us both go to the Daddy Upanishad. So they both went to the Daddy Upanishad. Anyway, Upanishad is feminine, so we will say Mother Upanishad. Shruti Ma is there. Will you please tell me about yourself, whether you are referring that from everything? Who is coming? Is it the Chetan or Jad? Both went. Sankhya also went, and Bhagavan Vedamya also went, and of course Bhagavan Bhaskar is also behind him. We are all far away standing. You said, you open the book 2.1.1. Tadetat satyam. Open the book. Shruti is talking, no? Hare mantra pushpam. Tadetat satyam. Yatha sudiptat pavakat vispulingaha. Sahasrashah prabhavante sarupaha. Got it? Same number is there? Or different number? Same number is there. Yatha sudiptat pavakat vispulingaha. Sahasrashah prabhavante sarupaha. Tatha aksharat vividha somya bhavaha prajayante tatraiva yanti prajayante tatraiva apya tatra apyavyante. What is that? Tatra chaiva apyanti. Tatra chaiva apyanti. So this akshar is there from which whole thing has come up, and in that it goes away. Then this poor Paksh, this is what I am saying. You learn to just listen first. This is described as Divyo Yamurta Purushaha, which you said is Brahman. Because it is Divya. Sabbaya Bhyantro Yaja Aprano Yamana Shubhraha. Oh. Got it? Not got it. Because Divya word is coming. Well, is this referring, this Divya is referring to the Brahman only? Of course. Is it Purush only? Yes. The very last mantra of this section, Ata eva Purusha idam sarvam, है ना? Last mantra of the same section. Ataiva Purusha, ऐसा ही है ना? Purusha eva idam sarvam. So that Purush is there, which is described. Purush is not will be taken for Prakriti. You also believe that? Oh yes. And therefore this refers to the Chetan Purush. Who? The sixth examples that everything has come from Brahma. Okay. You will totally, Brahma will churn you. There will no space left for you to think also. Acha? Tell me one thing. Come sit. Yes. Tea, coffee later on. Tell me one thing. I'll take few more minutes. You had breakfast, everybody. Breakfast you had. 2 minutes. Tell me one thing. I'm asking, you ask. Whatever is the material cause, yes, that alone will be the world effect. I agree. 100%. 100%. Efficient cause won't pervade, right? Purush won't pervade the world. Well, yes. Prakriti pervades the world, yes. But Upanishad says that Brahma eva idam amritam. Please go. Which is this third mundak. Last mantra. Third point, 3.1. Third mundak, first section, last mantra. Go on to the last one, not last section. I think it is 2.2 last mantra. 2.2 last mantra. मिल गया? गॉट इट? ब्रह्म एव इदम अमृतम पुरस्ताद ब्रह्म पश्चात ब्रह्म अधश्च ऊर्ध्वं च ब्रह्म. Everything is Brahman only. On front is Brahma, back is Brahma. Top is Brahman, bottom is Brahman. Oh, you are very clever, by the way. One thing, no, not clever. You have to be, because you are clever. Therefore, I have to be clever. ब्रह्म एव इदम अमृतम, यही है ना मंत्र. पुरस्ताद ब्रह्म पश्चात ब्रह्म दक्षिणतश्च उत्तरेण. It is the right, it is left. Then it is said adhascha urdhvam cha brahma ev idam prasritam. On the top and the bottom is Brahma prasritam, it is all spread. Vishwam varishtham. This is whole world. So whole world can be Brahma only when the cause is Brahma. And therefore the spider example and the earth example and the live man example is to tell about the Chetan being the cause and not the inert being the cause. And therefore Shruti Ma said, go. I've already told it now. Thank you, Ma, thank you. This is not written in Bhashya. This is for our, you have to work hard. Bhashya will give a hint somewhere. This you have to discover. If you know Mundak, then you can quote, okay, this is there, this is there. If you don't know, then say it quietly. So these are the two examples. Two Purupaksh has been answered, if you remember. Two we have answered, no? Two. Third Purupaksh is a different one. That time is over. We will see it tomorrow. Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Pyo Namah. Hari Om.